thank you so much for clicking this video. In this video, I'm going to show you guys exactly how I was able to achieve this hairstyle. This tutorial is going to focus on the braiding pattern of this hair. I want to show you guys how you can easily do your crochet braids in such a short time but still achieve the individual locks or individual crochet look. So that's basically what this tutorial is going to be about. I'm obviously going to show you guys how I put the hair in as well, but the main part of this tutorial is the braiding pattern. This hair that I used today was sent to me by SAMSBEAUTY, and this is basically what the packaging looks like. I'm going to have all the details in the description box below, so I have a link to where you can buy it, the color I used, how many packs I used, the length, just everything about this hair is going to be in the description box below. So if you have a question about that, check the description box below, and if you don't find an answer, definitely just leave a comment in the section below and I'll reply you like almost immediately. The only struggle that I really encountered when doing this hair was that it was sometimes hard to find the little hole, like the loop on the top, so that I can put the crochet hook into it. You guys get what I'm trying to say. That was sometimes the struggle, but it wasn't too much of a hassle. This hair in general was pretty easy to work with, and I definitely do recommend it. I really like the color that I picked. I haven't really used this kind of color before, so I was kind of like, how's it gonna look on me? Usually I would use like a black, but then it will fade into like a color 27 or some kind of blonde, but this is like a mixture of it all. So I was like, okay, it's gonna be nice, but I think I actually do like how it turned out. And when I was done with the hair, I just went ahead and added some hair rings to the hair, just give it some more vibe, just to enhance the look basically. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys would watch this video if you're interested in seeing how I did this hairstyle. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the intro. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys at the end of the video. Bye.
Okay guys, so let's get started with this. So this is basically what my hair is looking like before I start. I had it braided like just regular cornrows all back, and I just took it out so it's a bit stretched. Then I'm just going to go ahead and section my hair into 3, so 1 big section at the back and 2 equal sections in front. So now I'm going to, I created a middle part in front, and I'm going to create a small section on the 2 sides of that part. But for now, I'm going to do just 1 side of the part. And then I'm just twisting that out of the way just so that I can actually see what I'm doing. Next thing, you just want to go ahead and cornrow the front of your hair like you would usually do when you're doing crochet. And of course, I'm using a little bit of extension just so that I have a better grip at the front of my hair. So now that I'm done with most of the braids on that side of the front of my head, I have just 1 more braid to do. But before I do that, I'm going to take that section that I put away, and I'm going to make individual braids. So for the individual braids, what I do is I braid a little bit first and make sure that I have enough grip, and then I just twist the rest just to save time, because nobody has time to be braiding hair to the end, I beg. So now I have 4 braids that I created on that side, and I'm actually going to start doing the last cornrow on that side of my head. And I'm doing cornrow as usual. I'm going to use extension just to have grip, but the only difference in this cornrow is as I'm cornrowing, I'm going to keep attaching the individual braids that I created on that side of my head. You guys will see what I'm talking about. So as I'm braiding, I just take one of the individual braids and connect it to that cornrow, braid a bit again, connect the next individual braid, and I just do that up until I get to the end of that cornrow. And usually when I am doing my cornrows in front, I like to connect the cornrows to each other just so that I don't have too much braids at the back of my head, sincerely. So I do more cornrows in front and less cornrows at the back of my head. So this is what one side of the front of my head is looking like. I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other side, and I am also creating a side part with that same method where I do individuals and then I connect it to a cornrow, because I want to have a side part and a middle part that looks like I actually did actual locks. So this is basically what the front is looking like. I'm going to go ahead and just do the back of my head as usual, nothing special at the back, and this is what the braiding pattern is looking like. We're completely done. Oh my god, this took me close to 2 hours. It was so annoying. But yeah, it took me about 2 hours to do this, and this is basically what it looks like. So I went ahead to just crochet as usual, the regular crochet braid method. Almost everybody knows how to do crochet, but if you do not know, you're basically going to open your crochet needle, slide it underneath your hair, and then hook on the crochet braid, pull the end, and just create a loop. So it's a very repetitive step. So I just kept doing this until I was done with most of my hair, and then I would show you guys what I did with the individual part that I created. So now this is what the front is looking like. You want to just go ahead and put the crochet needle. You're basically doing almost the same thing. Just you have to pay attention to where you are inserting the crochet needle, because you want to make sure that you're hiding the loop. So always put the crochet needle through the opposite side of where you want the loop to be. I don't know if that makes sense, but you guys just watch what I'm doing. So I basically just repeated the step with all the individual braids that I created, just to give that illusion of an actual individual braids, individual locks. You guys get what I'm trying to say. I don't know why I'm confused today. And one more thing, if you're confused whether you should crochet on the cornrow that you use to connect the individual braids to, crochet on it. Okay, I usually crochet on it, but I crochet in the spaces that the individual braids are not there, just so that it's not too bulky. So yeah, you probably want to crochet, but I mean, you can gauge it if you feel like you have enough hair there. You don't have to, but yeah, crochet on it is totally fine. So this is my final one. Oh my god, I was so happy when I was done with this hairstyle.
So yes guys, that's basically what it turned out to look like. This is the final look. Actually, absolutely do love it. This is how it looks like when I have an inside part. So let's move into middle part right now. I think I prefer the side part, but I mean, middle part is also a big option. Alright, so this is basically what the middle part looks like, and as you can see, the top right here really does look like I did actual individual locks. So I'm actually excited about that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, because I enjoyed making it for you guys. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment before you leave, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.